A $20 subscription fired them both before their kids finished the breakfast. Stay until the end because the last 60 seconds of this video might be the most important thing. The Debt Reaper doesn't warn you twice. Austin, Texas, March 2026. The Henderson family had everything. Tom Henderson, 38, senior software engineer, $118,000 salary, 9 years at the same company. Sara Henderson, 36, marketing manager, $72,000 salary, same company as Tom. That's how they met. 2 kids, Emma 8, Jake 6. A mortgage, 2 cars, a dog named Charlie, a life that looked exactly like the American dream. And on March 4th, 2026, it ended before the breakfast. It was a Tuesday. Tom was on his second cup of coffee. Sara was packing the kids' lunches. Emma was arguing about which shoes to wear. Jack had lost his backpack again. A completely normal Tuesday morning. At 8:47 a.m., Tom's phone buzzed. Company email. He assumed it was a meeting reminder. It wasn't. Subject line: important update regarding your employment. He read it 3 times. His coffee went cold. His role had been eliminated due to operational restructuring. He sat very still. Emma was still arguing about her shoes. Jake has found his backpack. Sara was humming something in the kitchen. Nobody knew. The whole world kept moving, and Tom sat at the kitchen table, completely frozen, holding a phone that had just ended 9 years of work in 4 sentences. He was about to stand up, walk to the kitchen, tell Sara, but before he could say a single word, Sara's phone buzzed. Same subject line, same 4 sentences, same company. Tom and Sara looked at each other across the kitchen. Emma was still arguing about her shoes. Jake was eating cereal. Charlie was waiting by the door. Nothing of them said a word because some moments are so devastating that language simply stops working. They dropped the kids at school, smiled at the teacher, waved at other parents, drove home in complete silence, and what they found when they sat down and looked at their numbers together for the very first time was worse than the emails. Combined take home $11,400 a month, mortgage $3,100, 2 car payments 1,240, health insurance now gone with the jobs, student loans 890, groceries 800, utilities 320, kids activities 340, everything else 700. Total monthly expenses $7,390, and the amount in the savings account is $8,200. They had 1 month, maybe 5 weeks if they cut everything immediately. 9 years of combined salaries, 2 professional careers, a combined income most Americans would consider wealthy, and 1 month of savings. Sara started crying, not dramatically, not loudly, just quietly, staring at the numbers on the Tom's laptop, the same laptop he had used every single day for 9 years to do a job that no longer existed. Neither of them knew yet why the job no longer existed, but Tom was about to find out. And when he did, the crying stopped and something much darker took its place. Because it wasn't bad performance, it wasn't budget cuts. Revenue was actually up 14% that quarter. The company was doing better than ever, and Tom and Sara were gone. The answer was sitting in a company invoice from November 2025. A $20 per employee per month, one AI platform subscription. That's all it was, $20. And what that $20 subscription had quietly replaced while Tom and Sara were living their lives was something they never saw coming, not in 9 years, not once. Tom's entire engineering team, 12 people, gone. Sara's entire marketing department, 8 people gone, 20 human beings, 20 salaries, 20 families replaced by a software subscription that costs less per month than a Netflix account. When a company can replace a $120,000 salary with a $20 monthly subscription, it isn't a choice, it's a fiduciary duty. The CEO announced record profits the same week. The stock went up 8%. Tom saw it on his phone while applying for unemployment benefits for the first time in his life. He put his phone face down and started week 1 of what would become the longest 18 weeks of his family life. Week 3, 47 job applications, 0 responses. The market was flooded. Every company was having the same $20 conversation in boardrooms without their employees. Week 6, Sara accepted a $41,000 salary job offer, half her previous salary. She took it without hesitation before 5 weeks had become 2. Week 8, first missed mortgage payment in 9 years of home ownership. Not once late, not once. Week 11, Emma asked why they cancelled her dance classes. Tom told her it was temporary. Emma nodded. She was 8 years old. She already knew something was wrong. Children always know. Week 14, Tom sold his car, $18,000, 2 more months. Week 16, a recruiter called. Finally. After 73 applications, $95,000 role, perfect fit, interview went brilliantly. Tom came home and told Sara she smiled for the first time in 4 months. A real smile. Emma asked about dance classes. Tom said soon. He meant every word. 3 days later, the same recruiter called back. We have decided to go in a different direction. We are implementing an AI solution for this role instead. Thank you for your time. Tom sat in his car in the driveway. Sara was inside making dinner. Emma was practicing her dance moves in the living room. Jack was drawing at the kitchen table. Charlie was barking at a squirrel. Everything looked normal from outside. Everything looked exactly like home. But Tom knew something that nobody inside that house knew yet. Something he had been doing the math on for the past 2 hours, sitting in that car, watching his family through the window, unable to go inside, because inside there were no more answers, only questions he couldn't answer. And a Sunday evening was coming that would change everything. Week 18, the bank sent the final notice, 30 days to vacate their home, the home they had saved for, the home they had painted together, the home Emma took her first steps in, the home Jack came back to from the hospital, the home Charlie had never known any other address. 30 days. Tom sat the kids on the couch that Sunday evening. He chose his words carefully. He said they were going on an adventure, a new place, exciting. Emma looked at him for a long time, the way children look at you when they already know the answer. Then she said quietly, "Are we losing our house, Daddy?" Tom looked at Sara. Sara looked at Tom, and for the first time, in front of their children, he had nothing left. The debt reaper has walked through the door, not in the night, not dramatically, on a quiet Sunday evening, while a family sat on their couch in the home they were about to lose forever. Tom and Sara moved into a 2-bedroom apartment. Emma and Jake share a room now. Emma doesn't ask about dance classes anymore. Tom freelances $3,200 a month. Sara kept her $41,000 job. Together they make enough to pay rent, groceries, and the debt. Charlie still barks at the squirrels. Some things don't change. But the house is gone. 9 years gone with it because of a $20 subscription. And here's this thing that haunts Tom most. Not the house, not the money, not the career. It's that every single thing that happened to his family was completely preventable with five things that nobody ever told him. 1. Never work at the same company as your spouse. One email ended two salaries. Separate companies, separate industries. If one goes down, the other keeps the family alive. 2. 6 months of expenses in cash, not savings, not investments. Cash. In a separate account that you do not touch for any reason except survival. Tom and Sara had 30 days. They needed 180. That gap cost them everything. 3. Build income outside your job before you need it. Freelancing, consulting, teaching what you know. Tom had 9 years of skill. He waited until the disaster to use them. Start before you need to. The best time was 5 years ago. The second best time is today. 4. Learn the AI tools, replacing your industry, not to compete with them, to work alongside them. The engineers who survived Tom's layoff were the ones learning AI for the past year, not ignoring it. It will not go away. 5. Have the money conversation with your partner. Tonight, Tom and Sarah never looked at their real numbers together, not once. In 9 years of marriage, they looked at them for the first time on the worst morning of their lives. Don't be Tom and Sarah. Open the laptop tonight, look at the numbers together before someone else forces you to. The debt river doesn't come for the people who are prepared. He comes for the people who believed it could never happen to them. Tom believed that to until his daughter asked him if they were losing their house. Subscribe to Mr. Finance Horror. Next week, the housing nightmare, tapping an entire generation in a prism they willingly walked into. See you in the shadows.